What if Kyle Reese survived the Terminator and lived to see the events of Terminator 2: Judgment Day unfold? The story would begin in 1984, just after the explosive finale of the original film. Instead of succumbing to his injuries after defeating the Terminator, Reese is found by emergency responders and rushed to a hospital. Though critically injured, he miraculously survives, waking up to a world he fought so hard to protect. A different beginning. The years following the events of 1984 see Kyle Reese recovering alongside Sarah Connor. Though haunted by the loss of their child in the original timeline, Sarah and Reese grow closer, driven by their shared mission to prepare for the coming apocalypse. Together, they train in secret, becoming an unstoppable duo, Kyle with his knowledge of future warfare, and Sarah with her relentless determination. Judgment Day approaches. As 1995 approaches, Sarah and Kyle have raised John as a warrior, instilling in him the knowledge and skills he needs to lead the resistance. They live on the run, ever vigilant, knowing that Skynet will stop at nothing to prevent its own destruction. The three of them form a tight-knit unit, with Kyle acting as both a father figure and mentor to John. The arrival of the T-1000. The narrative shifts as two figures arrive from the future. The T-1000, a shape-shifting Terminator more advanced than any before, is sent to eliminate John Connor. But this time, the Resistance sends back a reprogrammed T-800 model, the same type that once hunted Sarah, but is now tasked with protecting John. Conflict and alliance. Kyle's survival changes everything. When the T-800 first appears, Kyle's instinct is to destroy it, remembering all too well the relentless killer it once was. Sarah, caught between her past trauma and the need to protect her son, tries to mediate. John, however, sees the potential in the T-800 and convinces his parents that they need every advantage they can get to stop the T-1000. This alliance between human and machine is uneasy at first. Kyle never fully trusts the T-800, constantly watching for any sign of betrayal. Yet, over time, he begins to see that this machine, unlike the one that hunted him, is different. It can learn, adapt, and even develop a form of loyalty. A new mission. With the T-800 on their side, the Connor family embarks on a mission not only to protect John, but to prevent Judgment Day itself. Kyle's knowledge of Skynet's origins, combined with Sarah's determination and the T-800's firepower, gives them a fighting chance. They plan to destroy Cyberdyne systems before Skynet can ever be created. The battle for the future. As the T-1000 closes in, the group faces overwhelming odds. But Kyle, now a seasoned warrior who has fought both in the future and the past, leads the charge. His tactics, honed through years of guerrilla warfare, prove invaluable as they outmaneuver the T-1000 time and again. In the final confrontation, Kyle makes the ultimate sacrifice, knowing that to ensure John's survival and the future of humanity, he must destroy the T-1000 at any cost. In a climactic battle, Kyle and the T-800 work together, using their combined strength and knowledge to finally defeat the T-1000, in a scene filled with tension, desperation, and raw emotion. A bittersweet victory. As the dust settles, the T-800, having fulfilled its mission, willingly lowers itself into molten steel to prevent its technology from being used by Skynet. Kyle, now at peace, sees John safely into the future, knowing that his legacy will live on through his son. The world is saved, for now, but at great cost. Kyle's survival altered the timeline in ways none of them could have predicted, but his presence was vital in giving humanity a fighting chance against Skynet. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The Connors will continue to fight for it, inspired by the sacrifice of the man who came from the future to save them all. Here are some fan theories that could arise from a version of Terminator 2: Judgment Day, where Kyle Reese survives. 1. The alternate timeline. Theory. Kyle Reese's survival creates an alternate timeline where certain events play out differently from the original Terminator series. Fans might speculate that this timeline could diverge significantly, leading to new and unexpected challenges. For instance, Some might theorize that Judgment Day is delayed, but not entirely prevented, resulting in a darker future where Skynet is even more advanced. Before we proceed to the thrilling movie, I would like to introduce NordVPN. Are you tired of worrying about your online privacy? With NordVPN, you can browse the web safely and securely. And guess what? By clicking the link in the description, you'll get an exclusive 72% off your subscription. That's right, 72% off. Don't miss out on this limited-time offer. Protect your data, stay anonymous, and enjoy the internet without any restrictions. Click the link now and take control of your online security with NordVPN. Hurry, this deal won't last forever. Support. This theory is backed by the idea that small changes in the past can have a butterfly effect on the future. With Kyle alive, John Connor's upbringing is altered, potentially changing his leadership style and the Resistance's strategies. 2. The T-800 learns humanity theory. Theory. Fans might theorize that the T-800, through its interactions with Kyle, learns more about humanity than it would have with just Sarah and John. Kyle, as a soldier from the future who deeply understands the stakes, could teach the T-800 not just tactics, but also the value of human life, leading to a more human Terminator by the end of the film. Support. This theory aligns with the T-800's gradual development in the original movie, but with Kyle's influence, the process could be more pronounced, possibly leading to a scenario where the T-800 develops a stronger emotional connection with the Connors. 3. Kyle Reese's secret mission. Theory. Another fan theory could propose that Kyle Reese was sent back with a secondary mission unknown to him. Perhaps the Resistance leaders in the future knew that the only way to ensure John's survival was to keep Kyle alive and ensure he becomes a mentor to John. Some fans might speculate that there was a hidden agenda in sending Kyle back, such as planting key ideas in Sarah's mind, or subtly guiding the events that would prevent Judgment Day. Support. This theory would stem from the idea that future John Connor might have realized that his father's survival was crucial in shaping his own future leadership abilities, and therefore orchestrated events to keep him alive. 4. John Connor's paradox. Theory. With Kyle Reese alive and playing a more active role in John's life, some fans might theorize that John's existence creates a paradox. If Kyle was originally supposed to die to ensure John's conception and survival, does his continued presence in the timeline threaten John's future leadership role? This could lead to speculation about whether John's destiny is fixed, or if Kyle's survival introduces risks that might prevent John from becoming the Resistance leader. Support. Time travel paradoxes are a common theme in the Terminator series, and fans might explore the idea that altering the timeline in this way could have unforeseen consequences for John's future. 5. The hybrid resistance theory. With Kyle surviving and the T-800 becoming more integrated with the Connor family, some fans might theorize that John Connor's resistance could eventually include reprogrammed Terminators fighting alongside humans. Kyle's influence, combined with the T-800's experience, might lead John to consider using captured Terminators as part of the Resistance's arsenal in the future war. Support. This theory is based on the idea that John, raised by both a human warrior and a machine protector, would be more open to the idea of human-machine collaboration. This could lead to a future where the Resistance is not just human but a hybrid force, potentially changing the dynamics of the war against Skynet. 6. The true savior. Theory. Fans might speculate that with Kyle Reese surviving, the true savior of humanity could be different from what was originally thought. Perhaps Kyle himself, through his actions and decisions in the present, becomes the key figure in preventing Judgment Day, overshadowing John's role. This theory would suggest that the future can be shaped not just by John, but by those who influence him, like Kyle. Support. This theory would play on the idea that while John Connor is the symbolic leader of the Resistance, the people who shape him, like Kyle and Sarah, are just as crucial in determining humanity's fate. These fan theories add depth and intrigue to the Terminator universe, offering alternate interpretations and possibilities for how the story could evolve with Kyle Reese's survival. What if Kyle Reese survived the Terminator and lived to fight another day? A new dawn. In 1984, after the harrowing battle against the relentless Terminator, Kyle Reese is found barely clinging to life amidst the wreckage. Emergency responders arrive just in time, rushing him to the hospital. Against all odds, he survives his life-threatening injuries, but the world he wakes up to is vastly different from the war-torn future he knew. Sarah Connor, still reeling from the trauma, is overjoyed yet fearful. With Kyle alive, she now has a partner in her mission to prepare for the coming apocalypse. Together, they disappear off the grid, driven by the knowledge that Skynet will one day rise and that their son, John, will be the savior of humanity. A life on the run. The years pass and Sarah and Kyle raise John in secrecy. They train him, teaching him everything about survival, guerrilla tactics, and the dark future that awaits. Unlike the original timeline, where John grew up under Sarah's care alone, this version of John has both his mother and his father guiding him, making him even more formidable. Despite their efforts to stay hidden, Sarah and Kyle know that Skynet will never stop hunting them. They anticipate that new threats will come from the future, and they are proven right in 1995 when not one, but two figures arrive, one to protect and one to kill. The arrival of the T-1000. The T-1000, a shape-shifting liquid metal Terminator, is sent back to eliminate John Connor. But this time, the Resistance sends a reprogrammed T-800 model, the very type of Terminator that once hunted Sarah and Kyle, to protect him. When Kyle first encounters the T-800, his immediate instinct is to destroy it. Memories of the deadly machine that nearly killed him and Sarah are still fresh. But John, who has grown up hearing stories of the future, sees an opportunity. He believes that this Terminator could be an ally, someone who could teach them even more about the war to come. With Sarah's reluctant approval, Kyle grudgingly agrees to work with the T-800, though he never fully trusts it. Tensions and alliances. The presence of the T-800 creates tension within the group. Kyle's distrust of machines clashes with John's more pragmatic view, while Sarah is caught in the middle, trying to reconcile her past traumas with the reality of their situation. Despite these conflicts, the group must work together to stop the T-1000. Kyle's survival brings new strategies to the fight. His experience with future tech and his guerrilla warfare tactics give the Connors an edge they didn't have before. He teaches John to think like a soldier and to see the bigger picture, preparing him for his future role as the leader of the Resistance. The final decision. As the story reaches its climax, the Connors and the T-800 face the T-1000 in a final desperate battle at a steel mill. Here, the narrative takes a pivotal turn, an interactive choice that the viewers must make. Should Kyle sacrifice himself to destroy the T-1000? Or should they attempt a more coordinated strategy to defeat it without any loss of life? The outcome of this decision will shape the future of humanity and the fate of the Connors. A changed future. With the T-1000 defeated, the group is faced with another critical choice. What to do with the T-800? Should it be destroyed to ensure no trace of its technology remains? Or should they keep it as a potential ally in the ongoing war against Skynet? The decision made here could alter the timeline yet again, setting the stage for a future where the Resistance may include reprogrammed machines fighting alongside humans. As the story closes, the consequences of Kyle's survival become clear. The future is not set, and with Kyle by their side, the Connors have a new chance to change their fate. Whether they have truly prevented Judgment Day or merely delayed the inevitable remains uncertain. But one thing is sure. This timeline, shaped by the choices of the audience, is now their own. The legacy of Kyle Reese. In this new reality, Kyle Reese's legacy is not just as the father of John Connor, but as a key figure in the fight against Skynet. His survival creates ripples through time, altering the course of history and giving humanity a fighting chance in the war to come. The future may still be dark, but with Kyle's guidance and the strength of the Connors, there is hope that they can overcome the challenges ahead. The story of Terminator 2, Judgment Day, becomes a tale of resilience, sacrifice, and the power of choice, where the fate of the world lies not just in the hands of its characters, but in those of the audience as well. That's all for today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. For more content like this, stay tuned and join our community. Thanks for watching.